Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? What's going on? It's a whole lot of going on, but I came by to bring you a dose of truth, some good news. You understand me? So I want to say first and foremost, welcome to everybody that is here for the first time. Somebody shared this with you, shared my platform with you. Welcome. And to those who always come by and hang with your girl, Dr. Worlds, welcome back. Hope all is well with everybody. Hey, I'm not going to hold you guys long here whatsoever. I'm going to be in and out, okay? And with that being said, I'm going to ask you first and foremost, if you don't mind, going ahead and pay your dues, which is simply a like, a share, an invite, a tag, whatever platform you are viewing on, you already know how to share. Whether that is a copy the link, whether that is a smash the hearts, whether that is simply to engage in the comment section, okay? And again, I'm not going to be here before you long. I'm going to bring you some updates, and then I'm going to also offer you some solutions. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get right into this. Let's kind of bring us up to speed on what's up, what's happening. A lot of things happening, and I want to cover the top trending headlines that we ought to be paying attention to, being they want us distracted with everything else, okay? And then also some solutions on how you can get your whole entire self and your whole entire family out of this funk, out of this demonic oppression that they have planned for the people, you and I. What's going on, beloved? All right, so with that being said, let me go ahead and share my screen really quickly. All right, we're going to go here first, okay? Mr. Trump and all of the things that he is doing is setting the stage. Setting the stage. I want y'all to be aware because a lot of people are on these platforms concerning Meta, and I'm just showing you the extra draconian measures that they are they're implementing, going after, to silence us, to keep us in a state of control, obedience, compliance, etc. Right? A lot of us are using these platforms. Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp will now read your DMs and your AI chats. Okay? This is all a part of the B system that is being implemented. Every message, everywhere you go, everything is being tracked, everything is being monitored. And the reason why I brought up Mr. Trump in the beginning is because he passed a bill called the Big Beautiful Bull Sugar Honey Iced Tea bill, okay? And in that bill, one thing that stood out to me, and I haven't read the entire bill, hopefully y'all have been, keeping up on what's going on, because all of this stuff affects and impacts every American. But in this bill, one of the things that I took notice of is that he used the border and the immigration and that whole warfare to say that in this bill we want an aggressive biometrics of every American. And then I started seeing Canada do it, the United Kingdom do it, Europe do it. They all on board say, hey, in order for us to get a grip on migration or immigration, whatever they call it, crossing the border, escaping the border, bringing in, crimes and drugs and all of this stuff, then we need to biometrically surveil every citizen. And so, in this big, beautiful bill, one of the things that he proposed was that we would be heavily surveilled. And now we're seeing the rollout of this. I think this bill passed in either June or July. And why this is important for you and why you should share this with everybody, because this affects everybody as a whole. Doesn't matter the color of your skin. It affects everybody as a whole. So, hold on, let me go spy real quick. Let me see. Let me see something. Because when people think they slick, I got to go do an oil change. Let them know. You're not slick, but I came to come do an oil change and clean you right up real quick. Okay. So now we see this thing rolling out right before our eyes. Now they want to monitor our conversations, what we're saying to others, what type of voice recordings we're leaving, type of chats, what we're searching up. All of this is very, very, very demonic, but it's also Orwellian. It's control. It's exerting another level of control. And this does affect everybody. Privacy, free speech, all of that ain't private. All of that goes all out the door, especially when we're using these platforms. So first and foremost, be careful how you're moving on these platforms. The number one thing that I would do is gather my tribe and take them off of these platforms into a space or a place where you want to get with or hook up, connect with your people. That's the first thing that I'm going to say. Right now, everybody, say for instance, you love helping mothers, single mothers, you love helping married mothers, you love helping men, you got a group of followers that like the comedy or the content or the posts that you put out there. Okay. What your goal is or should be is to gather those people off of these platforms into your own ecosystem. You can offer them a free access into your community. You can offer them a free lead magnet, a download, a template, or something to gather their email and their name and their phone numbers, where you now take that information from these systems that is controlling everything. And now you have it in an ecosystem. If you need to hook up with Sister Sarah, who from Louisiana, if you need to make sure you keep in contact with Brother Mike, who's from Georgia, if you need to, find a safe haven for you and your children when things pop off or go down, you have people that are like-minded that you can connect with, and that is called a community. So that is the first thing we need to do. Watch what we're putting on these platforms. They are gathering this data for a reason. They're going to know who don't like what, who's going to obey, who's going to rebel, who ain't took such and such, who is against or opposed such and such, who don't like this politician. It's going to be a lot of information. I mean, a lot of information that they are going to store into these big old databases. Now, I want to move on to, so you can see social media giant Meta is about to start reading users' conversations, including direct messages and chats with its AI, with no option to opt out other than just not use their platforms, which include Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. which provides no option to turn off its AI either. This data access will start in most of the world December 16th. Starting from December 16th this year, though in the EU and the UK, which have stricter data protection laws, it will start later, apparently around March 4th of next year. So there's a lot of things coming in 2026 that we are not aware of. There's a lot of things coming in 2026 that we have been distracted from knowing about. And this is one of them. You either get off their platform, and if you still like to connect with your people, now would be a time for you to go find another platform that is not doing all of this and some, okay? And then if you do stay on this platform, make sure that what you're talking about on this platform, if it's talking about, hey, maybe I don't like what the government is doing, I don't like what Trump has got going on, I didn't like what Biden had, all of that stuff, I don't like what this country over here is doing, I don't like what the mayor that got elected in New York. You got to be really careful about what you're saying and what you're posting on there, okay? So I'm just going to run through these real quick, bring us up to speed, and then I'm going to hop off, okay? This is one of the hottest topics that I want to talk about because I've been telling my cousins for a very long time, get your credit fixed, okay? When this dollar dies, and I don't know if you know, I believe it was yesterday, or it might have been today, but it's in between yesterday and today, that they printed the last dollar. I mean, the last penny. The last one. There, it's too costly to print pennies, so there will be no more pennies. A nickel is now the value of a penny. They say it's too expensive to print pennies. So today, or either it was yesterday, was the last penny made. And you can go look it up on YouTube somewhere where they, filmed it, that this is the last penny ever to be made, something that has not happened in 238 years. Hello. Watch with me, New York. Hello, hello. So that is a very telling sign about where we're going and where our dollar is headed. There are so many countries selling off the United States dollar. It's sending it back over here because nobody wants to have it. Nobody wants to own a piece of it anymore. It's trash. They return it back to the United States. And what happens to us? Inflation. It causes more inflation. Inflation is not going anywhere. That's why you need to inflate your income producing activities. One job is not enough. And trying to work 2 or 3 is way too much. So you got to have something that you absolutely can have as a side hustle or a side gig so that you can bring in extra revenue. Since everything else is inflated, your money needs to be inflated or you will not survive. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you don't find a way to grow your dough, if you don't find a way to make more income, if you don't find a way to make income while you sleep, if you don't find a way to make automated income where you set it and forget it, if you don't find a way to get in on this bubble, because the crap's about to hit the fan. The crap is about to hit the fan. They already telling lots and lots and lots of people that by the end of this year, December, beginning of next year, January through March, we will be in a full-blown recession. This is why Donald Trump declared a national housing emergency, because of the homeless rates, unemployment rates, layoff rates, AI replacing job rates. He declared a national housing emergency, okay? And then after declaring that national housing emergency, now have the right, he enacted a law or a bill where you could be arrested for being homeless. So many things happening, okay? I'm going to get back to this right here, but there are so many things happening. And what I remember to put in and fill in the blanks, in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to do that. But I've been telling my cousins, go get your credit together, Because when that dollar dies, you need to have something to stand back on, fall on, leverage. You need to have something in place. And I've been telling y'all to use the sweep method, whatever sweep method, the 7-day sweep method, the 4-day sweep method. Why? Because it goes straight to the CFPB. That's the big boys over Equifax, over TransUnion, over Experian. These are the ones that's going to make sure whatever negative, derogatory, erroneous, or obsolete items being reported on your consumer report be removed because they're in violation to the consumer law. I've been telling everybody this for a year. If you don't do nothing else, get your credit together. Why? Now, when Trump came in, he already said, look, we're going to go ahead and get rid of them because they work for us, the consumer. It's Consumer Federal Protection Bureau. They work for us. So when we are getting taken advantage of, they step in and say, hey, you got whoop-de-whoop amount of days to fix this, or there will be a lawsuit. So this is why I have been telling all my cousins for a year, use the sweep method, clean your credit. You can go from a horrible credit score to a very fair plus positive great score in a matter of weeks. It does not even take months, 30 days. You don't have to go through that stupid process because the CFPB have been going after these credit bureaus heavily since Trump been in office. Now, y'all only got, unfortunately, let's read this. Trump administration declares that the CFPB funding is illegal, meaning we're not giving you no more money for whatever reason, because they've been out here working on behalf of the consumer, having these credit bureaus who are not government entities, holding them to the law and making them remove things that are violating our law. So now Trump decides, hey, their funding is illegal. We don't even need them. Cool. So what happens to that? The decision to disclose in a court filing puts the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau on track to shut down in early 2026 when its remaining cash runs out. Let me tell you, if you ain't took advantage of that sweep, if you ain't had your credit swept while you had a window of opportunity to do that, you will no longer have the ability to do that. Trump is eliminating every resource, every crutch people think that they can stand on. He is making America reset again, okay? His Make America Great Again is a major reset. Simple as that. That's why billionaires now have their own credit tier system. You can go look up everything that is coming out of my mouth because I've been sharing it with y'all for a cool minute. I showed y'all when he said billionaires will have their own credit scoring model. We're going to get rid of the FICO score. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac just got rid of the FICO score to get approved for a home. They're getting rid of these things. They're getting rid of these. Why? Because there is a new system, a new one, being implemented, and millions and millions and multiple millions are not even ready. Only these big dogs and people that care enough, like myself, to come by here and tell y'all what's really up so you can make your next move your best move. Simple as that. You only have like literally days. We're down to days, 30 days in December, early February, early 2026. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau will no longer be open and available to help us, the consumers, meaning you will be stuck with your debt. And whoever you are indebted to, you are a slave to. It says the borrower is slave to the lender. You will be a slave. They will have a reason to come for you. They will have a reason to keep you entrapped into their system. You owe them. If you can't pay off the debt, get it swept. Get it wiped off. Take advantage of the laws and the data breaches to have the stuff removed. Now, moving on. And the reason why I come by here and tell y'all early, people be like, I've been watching you for years. I'm like, shame on you for watching me for years. Did you think I was coming by here shucking and jiving with you? No. Now the things that could help you are being eradicated. Now the things that could help you get in a better position are being taken away, demolished, dismantled. And then what you gonna do when you owe these people? I'll never forget what God told me. I can say that loud and proud in 2020. He said, if you don't pay them back their money for their student loans and you don't get out of debt with that B system, they will have all rights to have all power over you. Get off their food stamps, get off their welfare, pay back any debt you owe to the government. Because who is indebted to them is who will be controlled. And I have not stopped ever since then. First thing I attacked was my student loan debt. I went and drove Uber to start paying that stuff back, any other debt that was connected to the government. And whatever else I didn't pay back, I had removed that was against the law. So now they've taken away the rights of the people. Hear me clearly. Who's going to work for us if the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is no longer available? Who's going to work for us? Get your credit together while you can. You got days. I have a 7-day sweep that will remove your negative items in 7 days. I have an aggressive 4-day sweep that will remove your negative items in 4 days. Time is running out. Okay, the Trump administration has formally determined the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau current funding mechanism is unlawful. A move that puts the agency on track to close in the coming months when its existing cash runs out. The decision disclosed in a court filing late Monday marks the administration's most direct effort yet to dismantle the consumer watchdog and set up a new front, the Great Reset, in the ongoing legal battle over its future. The administration said it now considers the CFPB legally barred from seeking additional money from the Federal Reserve, which is the agency's typical source of funding. He said he putting a new system in. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all best to pay attention. He putting a new system in, baby. If you can take advantage of anything while it's still readily yet and available to take advantage of, the time is now. Woo! So many people gonna be screwed because they did not listen. They did not act. Okay? In the filing, the CFPB said it has enough money to last at least through the end of the year, but anticipates exhausting its currently available funds in early 2026. The move would leave the CFPB without money to operate starting next year, even to carry out its required activities, unless Congress passes fresh funding for the agency that is unlikely given widespread Republican opposition to the CFPB. A new opinion from the Justice Department's Office of Legal Counsel submitted in court contends that the CFPB cannot draw money from the Federal Reserve currently because the agency is only entitled to the central bank surpluses, and the feds have operated at a loss since 2022. That's the real reason. They ain't got no money. They crashing the cash. They're getting rid of the cash. Period. Point blank. Let me move on. Okay. I told y'all about the Dodd-Frank Act. I actually played a video the other day where the guy was saying, when the market crash, it will not be a bail out. It will be a bail in. Okay. Let me see if I can find that video real quick. because now here you see it again. Hold on, let me go up here. Let me see if I can find it real quick somewhere up here. I got some stuff to show y'all, man. They got digital IDs for babies and stuff, y'all. This has gone way overboard, literally. Okay? This has gone way overboard, and I don't have a whole bunch of time. I probably try to make some time maybe tomorrow. Usually that's a family day. I don't be doing all of this. Where is this at? Come on, man. I think it's right up here. Hold on. Is it up here? Oh my gosh. I played it the other day, okay? That's what I will say. If you missed that live, I'm sorry. I don't want to take a whole bunch of time on this live. I want to keep it short, sweet, straight to the beat. But I thought since I bring up that article about the CFPB, I would let you hear what I shared the other day when a young man said, when the crash happens, Obama signed the Dodd-Frank Act, which will steal your money from you. Like, just hold on. Is this it? Oh, that's not it. Hold on. I think I'm getting close. Oh, Lord. Where is this at? Is this it? Hold on. I think this is it. Let me go up and make sure that is it. Oh, here we go. This is the one. What in the...
Going to happen in the next crash. It's going to happen pretty soon. Obama signed something.
Okay. Let me make sure. Okay. Boom. I want y'all to listen to this.
This is what's going to happen in the next crash. It's going to happen pretty soon. Obama signed something. Thanks, Obama. To where he made you an unsecured creditor. And what this means is the next crash, not going to be a bail out. It's going to be a bail in. This is called the Frank Dodd Act.
The Frank Dodd Act. Remember that? We just saw that with the CFPB. So hear ye. The Frank Dodd Act. You just seen this man say this, right? I want you to listen to this. I'm going to replay it because I'm going to go back to that document which shows that the Frank Dodd Act has been implemented. Let's roll.
This is what's going to happen in the next crash. It's going to happen pretty soon. Obama signed something. Thanks, Obama. To where he made you an unsecured creditor. And what this means is the next crash, not going to be a bail out. It's going to be a bail in. This is called the Frank Dodd Act.
Explain it. Bail in. Like, what do you mean by that?
So Obama signed the Dodd-Frank Act in which he saw the '08 crash, right? Never can happen again. So to withstand that and sustain that for the next crash, bail in is going to happen. So when the banks got bailed out last time, right? The bail in is where he makes everybody who has a bank account become an unsecured creditor. So when you deposit your money, guess what happens when there's a crash? Take it out. That's what the Dodd-Frank Act is. That's what he signed. To where, you know, the banks don't have to get bailed out and scramble. No, we just have the bank. We have the money in the accounts already. This already happened.
So they're going to take everybody's money.
Yeah. When a crash happens and it's catastrophic and they can't print their way out of it anymore, what do you think they're going to take next?
That will cause a revolution.
Or a complete dystopian future to where we don't own anything.
Is that in the works?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think they're going to be able to pull it off?
I mean, this already happened in Greece as well. Like, there's historical data that shows there's been bail-ins across the world. There's people throwing their money in the street because it's not worth anything. Like, we're $35 trillion in debt. Do you think we're going to get out of that debt?
I don't even know how all that works. Like, how
are we in debt to who? China? Who are we in debt to?
Well,
or the England? What's going on?
We kicked the can down the road for so long, and it's at a breaking point right now. We had a lot of greedy politicians and presidents and all these people in government who just pretty much sold us out. Why do you think we're selling so much shit? We really don't produce anything anymore. We're always selling shit in America.
We so dumb.
With this act in place, with the national debt, which is, you can't recover it from that, what do you think is going to happen? It is now, right now, cheaper to rent than own a home right now. How do you get ahead? Where's the American dream at that point? We're priced out. The middle class is done for. We're going to get crushed by AI, the national debt. There's too much on top.
I don't know if there's a way back. How can you tell somebody who paid $700,000 for a house to sell it cheaper than that, even though the house might not be even worth that?
Right.
Unless there's like a complete collapse.
I believe this is why Trump is really trying to set up America to be the crypto capital of the world. Not only to, push forward innovation, he's trying to get out of that debt. That's what he's doing. He's going to use crypto to try to get out of that debt.
Okay. So now we go back. Now that you done heard that video, okay, just gonna pull it back so you can hear the cash bailout. They're gonna use the Frank Dodd right here. Okay, they're gonna use this act right here. Let me back it up just a little bit.
Bail in? What do you mean by that?
So Obama signed the Dodd-Frank Act, in which he saw the '08 crash, right? Never can happen again. So to withstand that and sustain that for the next crash, bail in is going to happen. So when the
bail in, okay? That's what I want y'all to hear. Hold on. Now, we're going to come all the way back down yonder. And it's where we're gonna go from here, okay? This is the one I just showed you. Trump administration declares CFPB funding illegal. This is the text inside of that, okay? This is 2 in the filing. This was the last one I just read. Here's number 4. The Dodd-Frank Act, which created the CFPB, requires the Fed to transfer from the combined earnings of the Federal Reserve System the amount that the CFPB director determines is necessary to operate the agency with certain limits. The Justice Department said that it now believes the combined earnings refers to profits. If the Federal Reserve has no profits, it cannot transfer money to the CFPB, the DOJ wrote. Now we know that the Dodd-Frank Act allows these people to take our money in a crash. And don't think it's strange that they're now using this act to say, hey, we can't fund the CFPB, who works for us. They lied and said, hey, you have illegal funding practices. But in truth, in reality, what they're saying is we're going on a crash and we don't have money to pay you. And we're going to implement this Dodd-Frank Act so that we can recover the trillions of dollars that we are in debt. We're borrowing just to pay our interest, which is $1 trillion a year. But don't think it's strange when you hear videos like that. Oh, that's just conspiracy. No, they just said the name of the act that we just heard about right here, right on your screen, where they plan on taking people's money from them for the Federal Reserve. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Okay. Listen as Larry Fink, head of the world's most evil corporation next to Palantir, telling you about the coming tokenization of currency, digital ID, and the social credit system Revelation 13 warns us about. Okay, I have the video. When I come by and have time to play it, last time I tried to play it, they tried to mess with my video, block my video, would not let it be shared in any territory, United States or above. Have to try to find a way. But this man is talking about tokenization, how we will live off of tokens. It won't be no more dollar bills. It won't be no more, hey, you got $1,000, you got 50,000. No, it will be tokenized. It's already happening. It's already happening. Where now you have to buy tokens in order to use AI to generate this, to make money for business. You have to buy tokens. It's already happening. It's already happening. Okay? And this is what the Bible talks about. Social credit system, all the data that they're gathering. This is why I want y'all to go look that up. Okay? ISO 20022. This is the new banking language that they're using. Robinhood says crypto is becoming the infrastructure for the global financial system. They are going to play everybody except those that are in position. The ones that are in position, like you seen GameStop take all their revenue and go pour it into Bitcoin, like you seeing these big wealthy rich people, Jeff Bezos, these new Wall Street bankers and all that, they are pouring billions of dollars into crypto. You think that's ironic? No, it's not. It's because cash is trash and we're going to another system. Okay? This is the new global banking language. I want y'all to go look that up. ISO 2022. I want y'all to read. Okay? This is for more structured payment data, richer information. They get rid of the cash because they can't track if I give you $1,000 what you do with it. But in the digital space, they can't. They know when I sent it, where it came from, the location, when you withdrew it, how much you used off your card, greater interoperability, simplified connections between networks, okay? Infrastructure opportunities, information, faster settlements, and compliance. This is the new banking system. And you want to know what? All those bankers met with Donald Trump for dinner just yesterday. All these bankers that just met with Donald Trump yesterday is now offering crypto as form of payment, Blockcoin as form of payment in their banks. I want you to go look it up, okay? Got to keep moving. Why this matters to you? Why is this so important? Why I won't leave you alone? Because it's going to hurt you and your family. It's going to hurt you and your family. And I would be an evil servant if I just worried about mine and not yours. I am commanded to look after and care for my neighbor just as I look after and care for me, myself, and my family. That's why. Okay? The global banking systems require to upgrade to ISO 20022 in 13 days. November the 25th. This was taken like on the 10th. I think it was published on the 12th. 13 days. This new global banking system will be required for all banks to have upgraded to this new ISO 20022. Bro, they're not playing no games, and it is so disturbing. I mean, I can't get mad at them for not telling the people, but that is dirty. That is so disturbing. Ain't nobody that I know didn't heard of no ISO 20022. We don't know what that is. It's like, oh, okay, who cares? Even if you were to hear it, unless somebody break it down and tell you exactly what is happening. And this is exactly what is happening. On the 22nd, I believe, on the 22nd, they have something else major coming where they're going to introduce some form of crypto. So the next couple of days going to be detrimental. This new banking system, this new crypto coin is supposed to be released. This whole financial reset. Okay. According to the National Public Credit Information Center, Chinese courts banned would-be travelers by buying flights 17.5 million times by the end of 2018. Citizens placed on blacklists for social credit offenses were prevented from buying train tickets 5.5 million times. The report released last week said once you are discredited in the social crediting system base, you are limited everywhere where you can go. Why is the reason why I put this up here? Because this is where we headed. China and several other countries are already operating off of a social credit scoring system. How well you do in society, what you buy, are you accommodating, earth, and you're taking care of preserving the earth and all of this stuff. And if you don't, then you get blacklisted. It's already happening in multiple parts of the country, the world, the United States. Okay, Utah wants everybody to have a digital ID in order to travel domestically. Dumb stuff like this. Okay, feds have asked the banks to search Americans' records for gun retailer purchases for words like Trump and MAGA and Bible purchases. They are now scouring and searching databases to see if we've been buying guns, to see if we are supporters of Trump, if we have put anything MAGA, use hashtags MAGA, and if you have bought Bibles. Woe to the people that say, yeah, I don't believe in God. I don't think it's real. Well, you wouldn't be going after people making Bible purchases if we wasn't a threat. You wouldn't hate us so much and pass laws that are anti-Christ. If you ain't passing no anti-Muslim laws, you ain't passing no anti-Buddha laws, you ain't passing no anti-Virgin Mary laws, you ain't passing no anti-anything. But if we're out here buying Bibles, preaching the word of God, buying firearms or anything of that sort, our bank records are being searched. What? They all in bed with the feds. You understand me? Every system in this beast system all works together. Okay? There have been calls for Bank of America boycott to grow after they given the data to the FBI. Bank of America has given our personal data to the FBI from the banks. I got so much more of this, okay? I'm going to skip through this right here. Skip through this. This is what I was just telling you about. Trump hosts Wall Street Titans at White House dinner, okay? He hosted a private White House dinner. It was on Wednesday with some of Wall Street's biggest names as part of his effort to forge stronger ties with America's business leaders and convince them to invest in U.S. manufacturing. That was not what they were there for. JP Morgan Chase CEO, NASDAQ CEO, Blackstone CEO, BlackRock CEO, Goldman Sachs, big banks, Wells Fargo, JP, it's not JP Morgan Chase, it's another JP Morgan something. They were all there on Wednesday figuring out this new bank system that they're getting ready to roll out that millions of us are not ready for. There's no other way to say it. Millions of us are not ready for it. Okay? On top of that, you got massive layoffs. And all y'all got to do is go look on Google. Type it in. 15,000 employees from Verizon gone. Okay? It's their way of reducing the cost. Why? Because they got AI and humanoid robots and different things of that sort. 15,000. And then you wonder who works in those call centers and on those production lines. And that'll help you come up to your conclusion of who actually is getting fired. Okay? What nationality of people is getting fired. Okay? After Amazon then laid off of 14,000. Okay. Amazon just cut 14,000 jobs and it's not done. Just between the two, that's 30,000 jobs gone. If you go look on Google, 30,000 people, you will be able to see how many people that is. Okay. Just wanted to go over a couple headlines with y'all. I got a lot more, so much more, but I'm going to stop there. I wanted to share those. Why? CFPB, you only literally have the end of December is like in 40 days, somewhere around there, 45, 50 days. Excuse me. 45, 50 days. Okay. So literally you could be in a different position, a better position if you took the time now. Let me get the sweep. Not only am I going to fix my credit, let me go fix my boo credit, my spouse's credit, my children's credit, my mama, my daddy credit. Let me go fix let us all go together. Why? Because after we get through repairing our credit, we can all go together and get a big bag of funding. We can go get $1 million between you, your spouse, your children, your mama, your daddy, your aunties, just a handful of y'all. Y'all go get $1 million just with 4 of y'all. Sweeping your credit, getting that negative mess off, and then going to go run a funding play. Because now your credit is the right way for the lenders. The sweep is very, very important. It's different than just sending off dispute letters. The sweep is very intentional. It needs to remove the late payments. It needs to remove the hard inquiries. It needs to not have nothing negative on your consumer report. It needs to have positive, accounts. It needs to have history, and they will give you the world. They really will. $1 million is not hard to go into the bank and ask for. It's just strategy. So I have the 4-day credit sweep. Okay. I have the 24-hour hard inquiry removal and the $200,000 funding play as a bundle for $197. Okay. You want that? All payment information is on the screen. It's also in the description of this video. I know over here, Instagram fam, you can't see what I'm talking about, but you can hit that DM and I will get you the information straight over to you. While y'all got lesser than 40 days to go get your credit together before this man dismantles this whole program and you will never have an opportunity to get out of debt, grab that 4 days credit sweep and grab that 24-hour hard inquiry removal, get that stuff off your credit, and then go run the play. And do this as a family. The more, the merrier. Do this as a family, even if it's just you, your sister, and your mama. Even if it's just your grandma, your grandpa, and yourself, and your siblings. It don't matter. Do this. Do a challenge. Do a 21-day challenge. Me and my family going to come together and we are going to fix our credit and we all going to go get to the bag because we all can go into the same thing at the same time and go get us a big bag. I'm going to give you the blueprint, the framework of how to go to multiple banks and get multiple big bags for $197. Let that be your Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever you finna go spend your money on foolishness. Let that be what you go spend your money on. Okay. Let me go spend my money on something that's going to make me money. Because not only can I help me and my family, but now I have something that can help other people's family, which is a skill that will help me continuously pay my bills. Because I could turn around and sell it. Just the way I buy it, I could turn around and sell it. I can turn around and tell people, hey, I have a 4-day credit sweep, 24-hour hard inquiry removal, and a $200K funding play. You can just go ahead and send me mines to this app, to that app, to that app, and I will gladly email it to you. So now not only do you have something that is working for you to get to the bigger bag, you have a side hustle that you can post every single day, because as long as you help people get money and as long as you help people get their credit fixed, you'll always, always, always have money. Okay. The wealth bundle, family, the wealth bundle is going to be your go-to in this hour. It's $97. It gives you access to where you can go get funding without having a good credit score, without even having LOC and EIN documentation. Just for having a thought, you can go get you $40,000-$50,000 from the CDFI lenders. All of that is in there. These data centers that they're building, they're going to need call centers. How to start you an automated call center utilizing somebody else's time where you ain't even got to be involved. How to automate the whole process, that's in there. Airbnb is really killing the game and taking over the hotel chain industry. Yes, people are still going to go to hotels. I myself still go to hotels. But I go to hotels for a specific reason. Okay. My girls are very sensory. They touch stuff. I don't want to be in nobody's Airbnb and my girls gotta feel like they're in prison or they can't touch stuff. So that's my reason. But Airbnb is taking over. Literally. You can go and rent you an apartment in your business name, nothing attached to your personal name. And then put that on and start generating you some passive income in as little as 30 days right here in America. You just need to know where to go get the Airbnb. What's the hot spots to have an Airbnb and go do it. You can do everything online, okay? The Wealth Bundle shows you how to get your personal credit together, where to get money from, start an Airbnb, government contracts. All of that is inside of this Wealth Bundle for $97. It's a whole complete business in a box that you can take and apply to your own personal life, your business. You can start one, get more money, more funding, and you have a digital product that you can sell that's going to help people, other people, get access to money, get access to funding, get access to credit repair. And I say again, as long as you can help people find money and help people get their credit together, you will never, ever suffer or struggle with having money your own self, okay? Next, I have, I said the Wealth Bundle. I have the 7,500, and I'm just doing all low tickets first. I have the 7,500 done for you digital products. They already done for you. Let me tell you how you can make you $10,000 in the next 2 weeks. I'm not guaranteeing you that. And I have to say this because I'm on their platforms. But I'm telling you what's possible. And I done showed you lots of receipts. I done showed you $10,000 months back to back since January, with the exception of like 2 or 3 months going to like 8,800 and the other one going to like 7,900, but $10,000 months consecutively and consistently. So yes, you can do $10,000 in the next 2 weeks, especially around this time right here. Especially around this time right here and right now. It's holiday season. People still going to be spending. I don't care if we in a depression. People still going to shop because it makes them feel good emotionally. Okay? So the 7,500 done for you digital products is something that you could prepare yourself, position yourself, calendars, different things that people are getting ready to buy anyway. People are already getting ready to buy 2026 calendars. People have no other choice but to learn this AI stuff. Why? Because they're losing their jobs to it. So it has everything, how to grow social media, check your mental health. If you know people that are having babies, there's pregnancy journals, trackers, milestone markers, all kind. It got 7,500 done for you digital products that you can take and sell the whole shebang. I'm selling it for $97. You can sell it for $97. You can sell it for $297. I can't tell you what to price yours at, but you're free to resell to as many people for however much you want. It just can't go lower than $97. Okay. But I have that done for you. You can use it, make a lot of money off of it yourself, but you also have a digital product that you can sell to other people to help them make money. And again, I say, as long as you are able to help people make money or either fix their credit, you'll never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, never not have no money yourself. Okay. So I have that for $97. And the last low ticket item that I have for $97 is a non-CDL start to scale workshop, right? It tells you everything about getting into the non-CDL space. The reason why I have not let up for the last 5 years and will not let up. This is one of the only niches that is recession proof, that is depression proof, that is pandemic proof. People still need to move stuff. People themselves still need to be moved. Food, medication, um, you know, uh, uh, what do you call those? Like where people missing limbs, all kind of stuff need to be moved. Okay, prosthetics, all kind of stuff need to be moved. If somebody over here lost their life and their heart is in good condition, and somebody in Mexico needs that heart to save their life, it has to be transported. So yeah, AI is doing its big thing, crypto is doing its big thing, but ain't nothing like transportation. God has revealed to my husband in dreams that in the end times, by him starting this transportation, he would be able to help lots and lots and lots of people be able to get from point A to point B. Okay? You never know why God is calling you to this, but I'm making it very affordable and available. You can get the whole entire workshop, startup, all the script, the text, everything you need. Do it on your own time. You can give it to your nephews. You can help those in your family that's coming out of prison. They don't know how they're gonna get a job. They don't want to go back to the streets. They can start a transportation business without having any CDLs. They can literally sit home and make $5,000 to $7,000 a week. Okay, just on one stream of transportation. The other method of transportation itself is paying $2,000 per day. Okay, just on the medical courier. So I have the non-CDL start to scale, how you can sell trailers, trailer rental, how you can actually go and buy land and allow the big trucks to come and park on your land. That's a side hustle. You can generate $20,000 a month just off of some dirt. Hey, I want to park here. It's $300 for big trucks. For middle RVs, different things of that sort, it's $250, and for the small ones, it's $150 or it's $97 every month. That's passive income. So in the transportation space, it's $97. I also got the medical courier that is non-CDL, that all you need is a vehicle and a driver's license. And you can go make you $2,000 in one single day. Okay. I give you the whole framework, the whole blueprint, how to make the $2,000 in a day. I also give you a list of over 150 apps right now during the fourth quarter holiday season. They have so much work. Okay. So much work. I'm from California, so when I say work, I mean they got action moving for you to be able. I'm not talking about slave labor. I'm not talking about going to go trade your muscles for money. I'm talking about you can literally go on an app, say I want to pick up them cookies for $95 and take them down 0.2 miles. I'll take it. Oh, y'all want me to take this specimen to the lab, pick it up from the doctor's office for $350? I'll take that. Okay, you done got you 447, 446 in a matter of an hour, 2 deliveries. You use your own vehicle. You work when you want to. You go where you want to. You make how much you want to. The medical courier apps, it's $150, and the $2K per day blueprint. You can have both of those for $97. Okay. Try to get through this because I want to go. Said I didn't want to be long. I wanted to keep it like lunch break. You on your lunch break, you on your commute, you can still be able to hear the information and still make it to work on time without it having to be hours and hours and hours. All right, so I think that's all the low ticket. Yep. Because so much hell and chaos is going on in America, it is wise for you to diversify. If you know anything about the word of God, it tells you to cast your seed across the waters, right? What that means is you should have some investments in other countries. So when this one go down, you won't. Hello, somebody. If you are solely contingent upon the United States and what they got going on, then you are Buzz Lightyear million miles behind, because all the big dogs got offshore investments. They have property and real estate in foreign countries. They have automated businesses in foreign countries. Why? They already, Cardi B them, they already got like dual citizenship in foreign countries. I have a mentorship where you ain't got to have no dual citizenship. Show you how to start a business in a foreign country like Africa, like Thailand, like Bali, where you can have automated income and you never even have to leave the United States. Your home, your house, your block, your state, your city, to be able to make money and generate money internationally. That way, with whatever system they try to implement and you ain't got nothing else in place, you got that coming in. If you needed to leave the United States and go abroad, you have a place to go to where you have a business already up and running and generating you revenue. I have that international automated business. How to do this in less than 30, 45 days from start to finish. Funding, paperwork, how to go about doing it, how to outsource, how to get in contact with the real estate. Here's the information to the real estate agent that will go and start your temporary housing. They're getting ready to have one of the biggest, they call it football over in Africa. We call football catching the ball. They call football kicking the ball, like soccer. They're getting ready to have one of the biggest gatherings right there in Senegal, Africa. So Airbnbs, you charge what you want, okay? And these bad boys is luxurious, literally, okay? You can start cafes. You can start stuff in the AI education, self-empowerment, entrepreneurial space. So many different ways to start a business. I'm going to show you how to do that from start to finish. I'm only having you invest $497 for you to learn how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. You literally can have you in our money, not their money, even though the business is being ran internationally, you still getting paid in our currency. You can easily generate you $2,000 to $3,000 just on an Airbnb internationally. Then they got grants and contracts and all kind of initiatives for you to build something in these countries. It's off the chain, okay? You're going to get access to all of that for $497. Which other ones do I have for $497? Let's see. Done for you YouTube channels. This is another stream for you to be able to make some money. I'm only going to take 2. I got an open spot for me to take 2 of y'all and create y'all an ATM on YouTube, a YouTube faceless channel, post your content, all of that stuff, get you monetized real fast, so that all you got to do is sit down in the seat and drive, okay? You'll set up your payment information and you start collecting checks on the 16th of every month when YouTube pays. Chef kiss. They pay real good for the type of content that is trending right now. AI content, celebrity news, gossip, do it yourself. It's so many different gaming, so many different niches that is paying big bags. And I done showed y'all about going to Social Blade, how people are making millions of dollars every single month from having a YouTube channel, sports channel. It could just be sports highlight. One of my clients have a sports highlight channel. One of my clients have a motivational channel. One of my clients have a true crime channel, okay, generating hundreds of thousands of dollars. And all you're doing is using AI tools to take somebody else's viral video and chop it up and clip it up into little clips. Now you post that, it already got virality, it already got a score for going viral. Now you post that, boom, we get you hooked up with our connection. We get you monetized real fast. Now you can go on there and you can sell anything. You can add links. You can say, hey, follow me over here. You are in control of your client ecosystem. Meanwhile, you're generating lots of money. You hear me? Lots of money. YouTube and TikTok, they payout game is out of this world. Literally. They payout game is out of this world. So I have a done for you YouTube channel or a digital product, okay? A digital product that they want. Whether that be in fitness, that's number one. Fitness is always going to be number one. Whether that's in a credit, whether that's in the educational financial literacy space, I got your digital product, okay? I'm only taking 2 people for each. The done for you faceless YouTube or the done for you digital product, where I will hand it to you. You have something to sell just in time for the holidays that these people are looking for, and they are willing to pay whatever. That's just like when we don't have medical insurance or we don't have any type of healthcare benefits. Let that tooth go to hurt and you in pain. And you go to a dentist and they tell you it's going to be $550 to extract that tooth without insurance. You're going to get real creative, babe, to go get that $550. Why? Because you want the problem solved. You want to get out of pain. And you are willing to pay whatever it costs to get me out of pain. It's the same thing right now. There's a whole bunch of people that's in pain. They don't know what to do. They are hopeless. They're losing their jobs. All of this shenanigans is happening. This man is releasing executive orders literally every day. The whole entire system is being reset and people are panicking real bad. Okay? People are panicking real bad. So, I'm going to create you a digital product that's going to solve their problems. For the done for you YouTube channel or the done for you digital product, it would be $497. I'm allowing y'all to buy my time and create you something that's going to generate you income while you literally sleeping. Okay? While you literally sleeping. You ain't got to do that, but set it and forget it. Literally. Okay? So I have those 2 mentorships. The International Automated Business, $497. And I also have the Done For You YouTube channel or digital product for $497. Can only take 2 people in either or. I also have Be Your Own Bank Mentorship. That is $497. This is where you are able to come in and learn multiple ways to play this money game, tax game, and debt game. Okay, debt leverage, credit game, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to show you how to make money rapidly, how to take that money and go invest it into an IUL or a PRA or some type of real estate. Let your money grow over there while you are making real boss moves. Okay, be your own bank. How you can own land and become the banker. How you can, own real estate and become the banker. Don't go through the traditional banks. You can come right on over here to me. I am selling this. I'm selling that. I'm offering this. I'm offering that. This is my product. That's my product. And people will come and flock to you, regardless of who you are. Okay. So I do have Be Your Own Bank. Once you learn it, you can go implement it. You can go teach it. You can go do it in your own life. As long as you can solve a money problem and a credit problem, you'll never not have any money of your own. That's just hands down facts. Okay. So I will allow you to get into the mentorship where we will walk you through how to become your own banker using they stuff. even if you don't have anything. Okay. So I will be offering that for $497. I have the government contracting mentorship. That's $997 with a guarantee. If you don't get you no contract within 2 weeks to 90 days of starting this, you get your money back in full. It is $997 for the investment to this mentorship. Why? Because I'm finna put you on to multi-millions. I'm finna put you on to food in your backyard, food in your state, and food. I'm not gonna say globally. Food. What's the word I'm looking for? Like top dog. Okay, governmental. And let's see, which one was I talking about? Government contracts. Yeah. So I'm putting you on to a lot of money that people have never even heard of or seen. Literally. In the gov money contracts, that's why it comes with a guarantee. We done it, we can do it with our eyes closed. We looking to just teach a handful of people. Because if I teach 12, and then those 12 teach 12, and then those 24 now teach 12, then those 36, it's just game over. It's a domino effect. So I don't, seek to work with everybody, but a couple of y'all, I will throw some discounts to get you started. This government contracts is how you literally set yourself up for generational wealth for years and years and years to come. Go get your money back from the government. It's simple as that. Go get your money back from the government. And I also have the fully done for you transportation build out for $1497. All the heavy lifting, the paperwork, all of that stuff will be built out for you. Also, the transportation. Also, you will be able to meet with Mr. Marcus, because that's who teaches the transportation build out. He builds out your whole entire business for you. Add trade lines, do all your paperwork, get you compliant with the USDOT, and you just ready to roll out. When he hands it over to you, you are ready to roll completely out on the road again, making $5,000 to $7,000 literally every single week or more. It's the holiday rush. Okay. So we have that done for you. It's $1497. We have the done for you credit and funding. If you are in need of funds, okay, we can get you funded on the front end, 30 to 50,000 with just an idea. And then while we're waiting on them to approve your funding, then we're going to go ahead and get your credit score to a 700, utilizing the power of that sweep. Why? Because when we get you to 700, Chase Bank don't mind giving you 150,000. There's other credit bureaus that don't mind giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now that you're a business, now that your credit profile, which is really your adult report card, now that you got all of that together, okay, they'll give you a big bag. So we have the done for you funding, credit, double funding on the back end for $997. Okay, we're only taking 2 people, 3 people. I think 2 people. I'm gonna say 2 on the safe side with a possible third one. Okay, but it's fully built out for you for $1497. So one-time payment. That's it, and you're done. Okay. I have the Get Rich With Me, okay, where I'm literally showing you how to take multiple entities and make those multiple entities come alive so that all of the multiple entities that you have get paid the same way. You get a bigger payout if you catch my drift, okay? You get a real big payout. So, we have Get Rich with Me. Once we go get the payout, then we're going to go and invest that into a insurance policy, which is going to grow our money ridiculously. And then we're going to go buy or renovate, expand the restaurant or whatever it is you want to do with the funding. You are able to do with the funding. My suggestion would be buy real estate. It's passive income. At least you know I won't ever be homeless. I always have me somewhere to stay. Okay, because it's your property. So I have the get rich with me, all kind of ways to play, but I'm gonna teach you 4 ways to get really prosperous really fast. That is $9.97, and then I have a one-on-one 12-month mentorship, preferably female. Okay, but I'm open to brothers that are also interested in being a part of my life for a year. I'm gonna pour everything so that I could, be an empty cistern, pour everything into two. And I had some candidates the last time might be saying, why are you coming back for 2 months? I had some people lined up the last time and it just was a hard no for me. Okay. But I have a one-on-one mentorship where you can spend the next 12 months with me learning everything from everything. Okay, everything that I know, everything that has made me a millionaire, I'm going to show you, walk you through your whole entire millionaire framework, blueprint, and we're going to flesh that thing out week by week, by week, by week. I'm going to also give you insight to a lot of things that I have not given out, openly, publicly, how to do 6-figure events, 7-figure events. I mean, government, you name it. I'm going to spend a year with you, pouring and giving into you what was given to me, okay? So that you can take it and go feed another generation or another tribe. And that mentorship, like I said, for the whole entire year is a 5K investment, okay? It's one-on-one with me for 1 whole year. Some people, and I created it with this purpose in mind, that the movement must still move. And there has been a lot of things transpired to try to slow me down, distract me, the whole 9 yards, right? So I was frustrated about it, and the Holy Spirit told me, no, you could trust again, because I had a situation. And that's what just kind of like stopped me from wanting people close to me. But this is not about me. It's about his mission. It's about his glory. And it's about the people that are predestined to do bigger than what you can even think or imagine. Because God has something very valuable in store for you with your name on it. Okay. I don't even know, and I'll say this, I don't know one fast food worker that's going to work for 12 months for 5K. Even the fast food workers make more money than I do. That way, I'm in it for the impact, not just the income. The income is an accommodation. But when it's time for you to go to your next level, God will require you sacrifice. But not only will he require you sacrifice, he will have you doing some crazy things you never thought. Oh, give 15,000. What? Okay. Excuse me. Give 15,000. Oh, wow. Give 25,000 to this charity. Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? It will have you doing some crazy things. So there's a lot of things that I do not share online, but I will be sharing in that mentorship. It is more than just me passing over a business. I am transferring the power that comes with this business, the knowledge that brings about tribulation. When you want to be wise, tribulation follows when you ask for wisdom. So bringing some balance and some stability, okay, to those areas where you financially set up, secure, and what your next move is going to be, okay, because that's going to be your best move. With that being said, any of those opportunities sound lovely to you, go ahead and grab them while you can, okay? If you have any questions, the information is on the screen. You can email me, okay, or you can call the business number, the 833 number, if you have any questions, okay? If you have anything you need to clear up, if you need a little bit more clarity, then I want you to email me, okay? Or you can call me, either one. But for those that are ready action takers or money makers, then go ahead, let's get it popping, because we about to get it popping. We don't have much time left, okay? And honestly, I want to work with those who want to be worked with. That's it. I don't want to work with anybody who's iffy, dowdy, Oh, I really don't see it as being a problem. You continue in your oblivion. Okay, I won't. And for those who want to go with me, just holler. That being said, I love y'all, and I will see y'all the next time.